Afternoon. Well, it's late morning, early afternoon. Chickens are way down there. Miss Panda, the supervisor, is up here. We're going to clean the coop out, get it ready for a deep litter for this winter. Which is cleaning out all the old bedding, putting some diatomaceous earth in there, putting a little bit of wood ash in there, making sure that their dust bath bucket that's in the run is good. Yeah, just kind of winterize it up a little, see how life is. Supervisor's here to check out, because you know she's not going to help. She's going to tell me if I'm doing it wrong. And yeah, chickens are like, "What are you doing, Mom? Why are you hanging out at the coop?" They've actually gotten closer because they hear me. And I'll talk to you in a bit. The supervisor in training is also here to help out. So, I already do deep bedding. Does that make sense? You can look in the corner. There's a pile from where they roost. It kind of lands there on the floor. It will clean as easy as that area did because it's on top of bedding. And that's the goal, is to get all of this cleaned out. And then I won't clean it again until spring. That way, as this stuff decomposes, it decomposes with the chips. Does that make sense? It actually creates a natural heat in here. Deep bedding method. So, let me go on and do a little chicken shit. Yeah, supervisor's just got to tell me how to do it. She's so silly. So, I'm using my snow shovel kind of as a dustpan, large dustpan, using my little rake and just kind of scooping it in and filling the gorilla cart, and then I'll go dump it in the compost area. Panda's having a blast. She's like, "Oh my God, Mom, we're checking it out." I said, "I'll meet with your approval." There you go. I know, that's where the chickens lay the eggs, huh? I know. So I will say, there's a little wet spot over there. Looks like right there. There's a hole in the tin that I guess I missed right there. I'm gonna have to go get my crack filler, for lack of better words, and fill it up. Because can't have moisture in here in the wintertime. That would not be a good thing. So that'll actually be next. I'll grab that when I drop all the compost off. I'll grab the filler and the new bedding, because that's all up on the porch. Anyway, we'll get there in a minute. Let me finish cleaning, get the supervisor out of the way, so I can get done. We'll talk to you in a few. All right, put some sealant outside. Sorry, it's hard for me to see the screen. The sun is just in the right position. Anyway, put some sealant along the seam where that, I'm assuming it used to be again, this is reclaimed, so I'm assuming it was a screw hole. Put some sealant around it. Should fix the issue. You know, I will keep an eye on it over the wintertime just to make sure that it's not a long-term issue, you know? Otherwise, 2 bags. Hey, soon back out. 2 bags. This is an older bag. I'm going to put it first. Probably going to put about at least half of this bag, if not more. I want to keep some of it held back, so if I need to add some to the nesting boxes, I can. Now, there's no poop in their nesting boxes. They have been really good. They don't poop in there. They like to poop up there where they roost, or on that side where they roost. So, let me get busy. I got a little bit of DE with me. I got a little bit of wood ash with me. I'll put a little inside the coop, and then most of it will go, well, not most of it, but some of it will go into their dust bath box that's here in the run. They do dust bathe in it, which is awesome. You know, I'm assuming they'd like it deeper than it is. So I'm just going to add some wood ash and some DE to it. And to keep on going. All right, let me go on and get busy. That way I can move on to the next task. Talk to you in a few. Alrighty. Bag and a half shavings in the coop. Yes, the supervisor in training has been napping on the job. She's just like, "Yeah, get to work. I'm gonna take a nap." Or that's what he's saying. He doesn't care. Yeah. a bag and a half ish. Now they never ever lay eggs in that last stall. They always lay them here in the first stall. So I'm gonna head and I'm gonna hold the extra bag there. Now when I check eggs, I'll check it and make sure it doesn't become like a rodent nest, or, I'll check it and make sure it's good. If I put it in the garden shed, I get mice in the garden shed every year. I've been here 4 years. That's where I get mice. I don't want to put it in there. Mice will pee in it and it'll just be worthless. So I'm gonna see if I can keep it out here. Mice come in, the chickens might eat them. We'll see. Otherwise, bedding's down, extra thick over here under the coop. Again, you can't see where the blue paint comes up. That makes sense because it's just full of shavings. They get in here, scratch around, and yeah, not an issue. Something else I did is when I would come in to the door, more so on that side, right there where the lip is, I could see light come through. It was very thin. It makes sense, not enough to let a snake through, but enough that it could let a draft through in the wintertime. And that's what I've heard is bad. Draft's bad for the chicken. You don't want to wrap it in greenhouse, plastic or anything like that. You just don't want to draft in the coop. The run is fine. So I took some, this is that foam that you insulate pipes with in your house. I took a piece, actually took 2 pieces, they were leftovers, cut them in half, and like this one here, it was the perfect size. Cut it in half on this side, half on that side. And then this one I cut a half and got the whole piece here, and you can see that's where it ends, and then I had to cut that one to fit. But just put the foam around it, and what that should do is when the door closes, that makes sense, it should lay up against the foam, and I should no longer, from the door, see the light coming through on this side. Now I'm getting ready to go test it. I just got to take the board down. I held it up so it wouldn't fall on me while I was stapling. So, hang on just a second and I'll let you see. I'm not sure. You can still see there's a little piece there. I don't know if it's just because the foam is new. Does that make sense? So it's not quite conformed to the board, but you can still see where I still got a little bit of gappage. I just don't know. All right, we'll just see. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. We'll see. All right, the other thing I did is I put a little hook here so I could hang a little basket off it, so when I'm collecting eggs and opening and closing the lid, I've got someplace to set the egg basket without me having to, hold the eggs and open and close the lid at the same time. So I'm hoping that as the foam settles a little, because it's brand new, it'll lay flat. Again, the goal is just to stop a draft. We'll see. Now, just side notes, I didn't start working in here today until after all the girls had laid their eggs. So that way they wouldn't feel disturbed or disrupted by me. All right, I'm going to close it up. Call it a day. Holes plugged. It might be gapped or gapless, I don't know. And yeah, new bedding. Kitty Blaze is like, oh my God, are we done yet? Alrighty, so since I used the staple gun on the chicken coop, I went ahead and came back and made sure I stapled the back side of the plastic at the bottom, kind of against where I put the board. It's like, thanks Kitty Blaze for showing me the hole, but just staple it down, get it straight. All right, and having said that, I'm going to go ahead and get some water out of the bucket. They've lasted, nothing collapsed, and give everybody a drink of water because it's a warm day outside. So it's supposed to hit about 78-ish. The weatherman never gets it right outside. And typically during the day, especially when it's straight sun like this, it is 20 degrees warmer inside. So if it's 78 out here, it is 98 in there. nobody minds. Does that make sense? They want the heat and the light right now to do what they need to do. And you can kind of see the leaves. This is food. That's a weed. And they're far enough away from a food leaf, does that make sense, that I could pull them out and not hurt anything. Like these guys here are still really tiny. I can't pull these. Oh, that's a weed next to it. I can't pull it. One root will disturb the other. So, a little bit of water, and then just keep an eye. And once I can tell that it's a weed, it's out. That's a weed, that's a weed, that's a weed. I just have to be careful, because you don't want to pull a weed and disturb true seeds. This is the only one I'm not sure about. Well, like the spinach obviously has come up. You can see the 3 rows. This one, it looks like this is the only one that has come up. It's craziness. Which is okay. I have plenty of strawberry spinach. I will plant more. Not only in this barrel, but in these barrels. All right, having said this, let me get to watering them and get on getting on. I will be gone all day tomorrow. Oh, hi, chickens. Are you looking for some tomatoes? Okay, let's get some tomatoes. I will be gone all day tomorrow. I have an early day, so since I'm done with the chicken coop stuff that I wanted to get done as far as getting it cleaned and the bedding and so on down the line, and then getting the staples and then doing staples here, and I'm going to go get some tomatoes for the chickens, I've got to take care of the in-the-house stuff. Laundry, vacuuming, because I will not be home tomorrow to get anything done. So, y'all have an awesome day. And we will talk to you later. Oh, Lord. It's that time of year. I'm going to zoom in. Those are not ladybugs. Those are them stupid lady beetles. They bite, and if you kill them, if you smush them, they stink. And for, whatever reason, I got a bunch of wasps hanging out here too. So, I thought I was going to take the ladder, zoom back out, since I'm done with everything else, and go ahead and do a pre-cleanup on my gutter, just to make sure that, there weren't going to be any issues. Yeah, we're not doing that today. I'm not fighting the wasp that have decided to hang out here. And I'm definitely not fighting the lady beetles. I mean, they're swarming right now. It's not bad, but that means today, tomorrow, and the next day, I'm just going to have days of swarmy lady beetles. Because this side of the house faces south, and they want to come and, relax. Not real. I don't want them to relax. Anyway, I'm just whining. Lady beetles are here. It sucks. Y'all have a good day.